Hello, what is up everybody? In today's video, I have the top 3 small forward builds in NBA 2K20. With these small forward builds, I haven't seen really anyone put these small forward builds in the top 3. These are different to people's opinions, and I think that these opinions are really very valid because these builds are very good all round. They're the best all round small forward builds for everyone in the 2K community. Hit that like button, say for 100 likes. Hit that subscribe button, almost at 53,000 subscribers. Hope we can get there by the end of this week. And if you guys could please follow me on Twitter, it'd be greatly appreciated. And I'm going to do a daily I'm going to do live streams twice or 3 times a week on Twitch. So make sure to follow my Twitch in the link in the description. If you need your badges over granted, there's a link to that as well in the description. So let's get straight into the video. All right, now this is the next best small forward build on the list. Let's have a quick little gaze at this build. First, we're going to have a look at the skill breakdown, which we're going to go shooting, defending, because you know you need to be able to shoot, you need to be able to defend. You can defend any position on the court with this build. Next, with the physicals, I'm going to go with down here to have the vertical strength, but you can go down here actually all round, which you can have 76 speed, 72 excel, 76 strength, and a 74 vertical for this build. I think all round would be the best for this build in my opinion, of course. Next, we're going to have maxed close shot, driving layup, and driving dunk. 3 finishing, probably go a little bit more, probably get 4 finishing. We'll go 5 for now, we'll play around with a little bit. They're going to go here and have 16 or 17 shooting badges. I think 17 would be perfect median. Next, for the defense, you want your interior, perimeter, lateral, steal, block, and then you want your defensive rebound. Now, with this, you can either have a little bit of playmaking, which you don't get any playmaking badges anyway. But if you do want to have it, you could do that as well. But I wouldn't recommend it really because you're a rebounding wing. You can change it around if you want. Get a little bit more finishing if you want. You can have 7. You can have 8 finishing, 17 shooting, 18 defense. But I think 8 finishing might be a little bit too much. We might go 7 for now. So we're going to have 7, 17, 1, and 19 for the rebounding wing build for this build. I think it is very, very, very good. Actually, it's actually really, really good. And I think that 7 finishing, you need that. 17 shooting is good. You don't really need playmaking, as I said, because you are a rebounding wing. Next, we're going to go with, built for this build because you are playing against centers and stuff like that. So you want to look stronger, want to look bigger and stuff like that. Next, with the height, we're going to have a look at 6'8", which I think 6'8" right here might be the wave because you are going to be playing against a little bit of centers, but you do lose a little bit of defense on the defensive end. But defensive stats in this game, I've noticed, don't actually really rely on that much. It's mostly the defensive badges, but you do lose a lot of speed, a lot of acceleration and stuff, which I think 6'7" is just a good medium for every small forward build in the game. But of course, you could change the height to 6'8" if you want. I'm going to go 6'7". Next, we're going to have a look at the weight, which we don't lose too much strength. Right there, you have and 1 extra strength, a little bit of speed, acceleration, and vertical. 220 is the median weight you want to go with. Now, for the wingspan, I'd probably go max wingspan for this build. Maybe go, where's the median? So we're going to go median, 1, 2 above. I'm looking at 2 above max minimum wingspan, okay? Median wingspan, I mean. So 85.7 wingspan would be the way for this build. You still get 76.3, 78 midi, and you can help on the defensive and getting rebounds. Now for the takeover, I'm probably just going to go lockdown takeover for this build. Obviously, you can get glass clean if you want, but I'm going to go lockdown takeover because, you know, you are basically a lockdown sharp. You are called a 3-level scorer, but you could be called a rebounding wing as well, but I think that doesn't really matter about the name. You're a 3-level scorer, you're basically Jimmy Butler or Kelly Oubre, it says. Let's go have a look at the badge. Alright, for the finishing badges, I already know contact finisher. We're going to go silver fancy, bronze giant, and then we're going to go probably just go slithery because you want to avoid contact most of the time. Next, we're going to have a look at the shooting. We go bronze there, silver, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Next, we have a green machine, which I think is perfect all around right there. Because bronze catcher shoots perfect for this build, okay? That's what I found out the last couple of days. Now for this one, you just have bailout if you want. You only got one playmaking badge anyway. Now for the defensive badges, you can have Hoff clamps, Hoff intimidator, silver interceptor, Hall of Fame pick dodger if you guys want. You can have your rebound chaser, rim protector, your chase down artist. You can also have Hall of Fame interceptor, or you could have silver interceptor and silver pickpocket right there. I think that's a good all-round for this build, but that is the build. Thank you guys so much. Let's go on to the next one. Okay guys, now this is the next best small forward build in NBA 2K20. Haven't seen that many of these builds running around. I think there's a very highly slept on small forward build in this game, Now, the pie chart we're going with is the shooting finishing. The shooting finishing has all around the best stats you could find. It's going to go shooting finishing. Now, with the physical, if I go top, I do lose a little bit of vertical, which I want to have a bit of vertical on this build. That's why I always like to have, if you go all around if you really want to, but I think that this could be the best because you get more speed, more acceleration, and more vertical. Strength isn't that big of a priority for this build, to be honest. Now, for the finishing badges, we're going to go max close shot, max driving lab, and max driving dunk. We're going to go one less on to get to 12 finishing badges for the finishing so far. Next, we're going to get 20 shooting badges. You don't really need free throws, so you take that down a little bit. I think you get a little bit down. Okay, 20 shooting badges. We're going to go up to here. We have 8 playmaking. Next, we have perimeter, lateral, steal, and we have 7 defensive badges in NBA 2K20. Like 7 defensive badges is incredible, man. Like 7. And the last 4 you can put on whatever you want. There's no real rush to put it on anything. You want to max out your close shot again, upgrade that. You can't really get any more badges with this, so it's just personal preference what you want to do. I would just put the rest onto my offensive rebound, so I get a little bit more of rebounding progress onto it. But 12 finishing, 20 shooting, 8 playmaking, and 7 defensive, which I think is perfectly all round. Now, you can get more playmaking and less defensive if you guys want to. You probably can get 9 playmaking, which I think 1 extra playmaker is not going to make up for that. So I'm going to get 8, 12, 20, 8, and 7. Body shape will go defined, personal preference again. Now, for the height, I'm looking at 6'8" or 6'7" again. Now, I'm going 6'7" probably once again because I don't want to lose all these stats that I have right here. So we're going to go with 6'7" for the height. Next, for the weight, we're going to have a look at the weight, okay? Now, people always say don't go minimum or anything because I don't think minimum is not the wave. But right here, 73 vert, 80 vert, 73 excel, and 61 strength. You don't lose too much. You don't lose too much strength either, so it's pretty all-round right there to get the extra acceleration and stuff. Now, for the wingspan, I'm looking at 1 below median wingspan, which is what I'm going with right here. Now, for the takeover, again, I'm probably going to go slashing because I do have a pretty high driving dunk, and once you equip that, you can be able to dunk at everyone. So I'm going to go slashing once again. Personal preference on the takeover. And we built a pure slasher. Now, this slasher is a shooting slasher, so people won't actually know what you're doing on the court. You're basically Gordon Hayward on the court, who can do everything. Paul Pierce, Chris Middleton, you know, an absolute demon on the court for this build. Now, for the finishing badges, you already know, I'm going to go contact finisher. I'm going to go giant. I'm going to go my consistent, my fancy. I'm going to put that on gold, relentless, and slithery. Now, obviously, you can get rid of one of these badges. You can put that and have acrobat, which I think will probably be the best all around. Now, people always talk up slithery finisher. I don't talk it up at all, obviously, but they are the best finishing badges in my opinion. Obviously, people have their own opinion on finishing badges and badges. So, bronze catch and shoot, silver corner. We're going to have Hall of Fame quick, Hall of Fame range, Hall of Fame hot. Then you're going to have silver green, bronze hot start. You can have your bronze deadeye, and then for the last badge, you can just put it on. You can have silver catch and shoot if you want, but I think bronze will do just fine. And then you can have we go silver deadeye. Or you can either go bronze deadeye, gold green machine, because people love green machine. But they are the best badges for that build. Next, we have the playmaking, which you don't really need that much. You want to do quick first steps, handles for days. And your last 2, you can get your bailout, and then you can get needle threader. I'll go unpluckable for that badges. For the playmaking, and really linear on the badges anyway because you're a small forward. Next, we have silver, bronze. And then for the last badge, which you probably need, is probably rim protector, because just in case you go in the center, you want to be able to block the center. But that is the second best build, in my opinion, for the small forward position. A lot of people won't agree with me, of course, but we're going to the best small forward build. Okay, now let's have a look at this small forward build. One of my favorite builds in NBA 2K20, by far, for the small forward position. This build can do it all. Let's go straight into it. We're looking at the finishing, playmaking pie chart. Look at the stats so far. The three-pointer stuff doesn't look incredible. You don't really need that 3-ball, okay? So finishing, playmaking. Next, we're going to have a look at the physicals. You can go top physical, which you lose 12 vertical for 2 or 3 speed. We're going to go with the 84 vert, 83 speed, 78 acceleration, and 63 strength. Now, what we're going to do with this build, now we're going to make this incredible, okay? We're going to make it the best that we can create it. So right now, we're going to upgrade everything here. So driving lap, driving dunk, and close shot. And then put this up to 44 to get the 16 finishing badges. Next, we're going to have a total of 13 shooting badges. That's the max you can get. Next, we're going to get 20 playmaking badges, which I think is a little bit too much, but we might have to play around in a second. See if we can get any more defensive badges. So then you want to upgrade your perimeter, lateral, steel. And then you upgrade the defensive rebound. Now, remember, defensive rebound gives you the most rep out of anything on the defensive stat. Now, I think 20 playmaking badges might be enough. Let's see if we can get anything else. So you can have 16, 13, 22, and 5. That is a humongous badge spread right there for this build. It's incredible. Like, you can do everything with this build. Look at it. Absolutely insane. Next, we're going to have a look at the body shape. I go with Define. Of course, as I said, it's always personal preference. Next is the height. Now, personally, I would go 6'7" or 6'8". But with the 6'8", you do lose 6 on your ball control, okay? So only downside to it. So what I'm thinking is 6'7" could be the wave for this build, because look, you get a all around good, and 6'7" is still tall for a small forward, okay? So we're going with 6'7". Now for the weight, we are having a look at minimum wingspan, which I think is not the wave to go for this build, because you are going to be catching a lot of bodies on this build. So what I'm thinking is we can go here, 193, which you get 82 excel, 86 vert as well. You don't lose anything else. You still get the 59 strength. I think that's a good medium weight for this build. Now for the wingspan, I had a look at the wingspan a lot here, and I couldn't figure out if I wanted to go too high. If I go max, you lose too much ball control and stuff. Just go median wingspan. We won't lose really anything. It says you right there. I think 82.8 would be the perfect wingspan for this build. Obviously, you can go one above if you guys want to, but I'm just going to go with the 82.8 to get that one extra mid-range, which could help me out in the long run. Now, with the takeover, I'm going to go slashing takeover, but remember, you can go with the playmaking takeover or the slashing, but slashing is a little bit more overpowered, especially for this build. So we're going to choose this one, and the build is called a facilitating finisher. You are basically Kawhi Leonard on the court. Now let's have a look at the badges that you should equip to this build. Alright, for the finishing badges, we're going to go Contact Finisher, Hoff. We're going to go Giant Slayer, Bronze. Fancy Footwork, Hoff. Consistent Finisher, Silver. Giant Slayer, Silver. Cross Key Scorer, Bronze. Silver. And then Silver, obviously, we have Bronze Auxiliary Finisher. And then we're going to have Bronze Acrobat. You already know what, I already made a video on these, man. You don't have to really, that's the best finishing badges. I know how to finish on this game, and I love them badges. I would get Cross Key Score if I could, but I do think we need Auxiliary Silver, and then Consistent Bronze is fine. Now, for the shooting, you want your Bronze or Silver Catcher Shoot. I'm going to go Bronze for now. Your Silver Corner Specialist, your Silver Quick Draw, your Gold Range, and Gold Hot Stone. And then for your last two, you can go Gold Catch and Shoot if you want, but I think that Bronze works better than Gold, to be honest. Most Gold badges are pretty doo-doo in this game. So I'm really thinking just going Green Machine. We'll go Bronze Green Machine and Bronze Tireless, which you don't really need Tireless. We're going to go Silver Green Machine for this build. I think that is pretty alright, because Gold Quick Draw in this game is absolutely doo-doo as well. It's going to go Silver, put Jump Shot 38 on it, and you'll be good to go. Next, we're going to have the Playmaking badges, which is a lot. We're going to have Handles for Days, Quick First Step. We're going to have our Unpluckable Silver. We're going to have our Ankle Breaker Hall of Fame, Space Creator Hall of Fame. We can also have Tight Handles Hall of Fame, which I'll just go Silver. Have my Bailout and my Needle Threader just in case, but that is probably the best all-round right there for your takeovers. Look, you could break ankles with the snatchback and stuff. It's pretty overpowered right there. Now for the defensive badges, I'll just go Silver Clamp, Silver Intimidator, and then I would go either Interceptor or Pick Dodger. I would probably just go Interceptor, because you'll be playing the corner position a lot. You'll be able to read the steals and get the intercept steals like all the time. So that is that build. Let's go on to the next one.